All right, guys, so coming all the way to your back. If you have your ball, just have it to the side. And bend your knees, plant your feet. And then reach those fingertips away from your ears. And let's take a second to line up front to back, side to side. And then just start to imprint. So when I say imprint, that means two different things. Imprint one means just completely relaxing and feeling into your mat. So we're doing that imprinting. I know it's confusing. So feel the soles of your feet on both sides. Feel your hips nice and heavy. Your tailbone is grounded. With the backs of your ribs, just relaxing down into the mat, especially if you're a rib popper like me. To the backs of your shoulders, your head, and all the way down to your fingertips. Then just start to deepen your inhales and lengthen your exhales through your nose. And just kind of tune in. You can close your eyes if you want. As you inhale, your ribs expand, which I've learned is about 2.5 centimeters in diameter. And as you exhale, they get smaller. Inhale. And exhale. Make sure you get all the air out. Keep going. And really focus on breathing into your back body. You have a nice feedback. You should feel your back get a little bit closer to the mat. And your sides. One more like that. And then just staying relaxed. Let's just do some pelvic rock. So inhale, imprint your lumbar spine, which means you flatten it down to the mat while your tailbone stays on the ground. It just lifts a little bit. And then go the other way. So this is mobility. Don't worry about coordinating with your breath. Just kind of move it around. You want to tilt it forward, and you want to tilt it back. Now check out your feet. Make sure you're still grounded through your feet. A couple more times. Nothing's really happening to your upper body. One last time. We're going gentle today, guys, I think, unless I feel energy. All right, so let's do the tilts to the side. So I want you to lift one left hip, your left hip up, and then your right hip. So for me, this really fires up my QL, which is the back muscle, kind of like right above your butt. You pour your coffee over the left and pour your coffee over the right. And then back to the center, nice and heavy. All right, let's do that full clock. So rock back, imprinting, and forward coffee to the right, and then circle around, tailbone's heavy, and forward to the left. The feet stay planted. It should feel nice. See if you can hit if this is the clock, every hour. Just really tune into what's happening in your body. You're automatically using your core to do this, right? One more. And let's reverse it. Make sure you're still doing that deep inhales and exhales. Or more this direction. Maybe make it a little bigger as you go. And last one. And then back to center. Find that neutral, so that little space underneath your lumbar. All right, we're gonna do some marches here. So upper body stays where it is. You can press the backs of your arms a little bit. So reach those fingertips away from your ears. My feet are all the way together. I want you to think articulation. So you can walk your feet in a little bit. You're gonna lift your heel and lift your toe up, bring it up to 90. And then bring it down, drop the toes, fall, and then heel, and another side. Lift the heel, fall, and toe, 90. And And back down, toe, ball, heel. Keep going. And while you're doing this, start to turn on that Pilates breathing. So inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. So to get your air out, when you think of a tube of toothpaste, at the top where the toothpaste comes out is your throat. When you're squeezing it, you want to squeeze from the bottom, right? That's how we get our air out. Keep going, nice and stable. You don't want to choke the top of the toothpaste to get your air out. So there's no tension in your neck. A couple more times. And last time. And last time on the left. And coming back to center. If you have your ball, please grab it and then bring it between your thighs, your upper thighs. So aligning. Tailbone heavy, find that neutral again. Give that ball a squeeze or block, that's fine. Or nothing. So I want you to feel like you're lifting your kneecaps and you're trying to lift the ball up to your pelvic floor. And then feel like you're trying to lift the backs of your knees up to your booty. All right, keep that there. Hands behind your head. Shoulders away from your ears. Depress those ribs, so make them nice and relaxed. Inhale. And exhale, curling out. Flatten out that belly. And coming down. Try and stay in the mid working zone here today. So you're not coming all the way down to the mat. So if you have a prop in between your legs, you should feel your glutes turning on. Keep that going. If not, try to recreate it by yourself by engaging, not clenching, but engaged. 3 more. 2. And 1. And hold here. And then coming down. Remove your prop. Already feeling engaged. I am. Back your hands. Cradle your head. We're going to add the marches with our curl. So inhale and exhale, lift that right leg to tabletop. And we're going to curl to the right. And then back down, stay up. And then up to the other side. We're going to do the rotation instead. So the same articulation with your feet. Remember, you're just coming to 90. I want you to be super careful and precise, right? This is how we do our deep core strengthening. This precision and control. Keep going. Remember, your head's kind of going along for the ride, right? Your core, your powerhouse, your belly button, control center is where it all comes from. 1 more each side. And then last time. And back to center. Let's hold here. Let's do little pulses. So you're going to exhale up and then down. And then take a gander in between your thighs. For 3 and 2 and 1, and then coming down all the way down. Beautiful. All right. Let's do a couple of bridges with our arms. So you can walk your feet together. You can always have the prop here if you need it. I think it's kind of nice. All right, heavy tailbone. We're going to roll, articulate through that imprint of the lumbar. We're going to inhale and then exhale, lifting up 1 vertebrae at a time. Let's lift our arms above our head. Reach those fingertips. So my rib poppers, look what I'm doing. You press them down. That automatically fires up the core. Inhale. And then articulate down as you float those hands down at the same time. Tailbone is last. Inhale. Articulating up. As you lift those fingertips above your head. Check out those ribs. And then lowering down. Twice more. Inhale. So whether or not you have a prop between your legs, feel the thighs drawing up. Last one. Inhale. Lift up. Let's hold here. So draw those ribs together. Feel like you have a line down the center. We're always talking about our midline, right? So everything's drawing in, and those ribs are coming kind of down. So you should feel your hamstrings and your booty. All right, scissors with our arms. If you need to break it anytime. Lower your hips. So your glutes are fired up. Crown of the head going away from your feet. But I also want you to feel like you're kind of dragging your feet towards your butt. That's going to help you engage. Look, I already got a little lift. For 3. And 1, 2. I can't count. That's a classic Pilates teacher move. And 1. Lift those arms up and then rolling down. Tailbone is last. Nice. Bring your prop to the side. Come to your belly. Now, just because we're working slower doesn't make it easier, right? So really tune in, giving you a chance to tune into your body. So roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Tops of the feet are down. I want you to lift up the legs. Your head's still down, but your shoulders are stabilized. And then lower your legs. Lift up your legs. Feel like I'm pulling all 10 toes, and then you're fighting to keep the femur, the biggest, heaviest bone, into the hip socket. Twice more. Your glutes should be fired up, are they? And last time. Holding here. Now make sure you're pressing evenly between both hips and your pubic bone. For 3, 2, and 1. And then coming down. Relax the lower legs just for a second. I want you to feel the juxtaposition, right, of relaxing. Now let's engage them. All right, back to center head. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. We're going to do our little swan lift. So lifting up and lowering down. So firing with those back muscles. As you lift, your shoulders slide down towards your butt. 3 more. And 2. Tops of the feet are down, or you can be slightly externally rotated. Last one. And down. Nice roll to your side and back to your back. If you have your ball, I want you to stick it under your butt. If you don't worry about it. You can do the same thing with legs just up. So I want you to hinge those hips up. Grab your ball or maybe even your block on the lowest setting. And just hang out here for a second. All right, so what this does is help us get a little bit more connection to depress the ribs, right? Make us neutral. All right, walk those feet together. Now, I want you to lift up your arms. So you're pressing the backs of your arms down, your fingertips reach to the sky. You can, again, be doing this without a prop. All right, inhale to repair, flow one leg up, and then the other leg up. Now we're balancing. So even if you're on the ball, of course, it's the most unstable. So you're gonna feel those deep intrinsic stability, core muscles working. Not just the front, remember thinking of your back. On the box or on the ball is the most, on the block, not so much, or even here, it's still hard. I know, I'm talking and distracting you. For 3, 2, 1, slightly draw those knees into your chest. Give yourself a break wherever you're at. All right, back to tabletop with those legs. So options, arms down, arms bent. Hardest is arms up. What I'm gonna do is straighten my legs. Okay, I'm gonna choose this arm variation. What I want you to do is zip your legs together so they're parallel, adducted, all the way together. I want you to flex your feet and then point your feet. Flex your feet and then point. Keep breathing. And 2. And 1. All right, flex both feet. Now I want you to drop that right leg down. And then drop back up. And drop that left leg down. So you're staying on a flex. So really feeling the thighs on all sides drawing up. Rib poppers, Relax your ribs. Keep going. Again, options. If you're not on a prop, maybe you raise your arms up. So you're hovering at shoulder height. One more each side. And back to center. Bend your knees into your chest. Hold for a second. Start extending them back up. Now you're pointed. All together. I want you to externally rotate and then bring it back to parallel. Spin those thighs back and then back to center. Twice more. You should really feel the IT band kind of reaching up. And last one. Okay, so you're externally rotated now. I want you to open up, flex your feet, and then draw them to center. Point your toes, open up, flex your feet, and then back to center. So we're being very oozy, is that a word? With our legs. So it's like you're pushing through peanut butter and you're dragging yourself back. You're creating resistance. 3 more. Those long, lean muscles we're always trying to go for in Pilates, this is what helps. Last one. And then back to center. All right, point your toes. You're still externally rotated. I want you to bring your right leg in front of your left and then the other side. And just switch. Really quick, but controlled. So our upper body's relaxed. Keep drawing those ribs down. Hip rib connection. For 3, 2, 1. And back to center, parallel. Bend your knees, bring your feet down, and take the rest. Arms down if they're up. Big inhale, and then exhale, lift up, remove your prop. All right, let's rock up. All right, come to your ball. This is always a good one. So here's a good visualization. When we're doing our ball, we say C curve. Feel like you're bringing the ball in, and you're keeping that shape, right? And then just kind of goes down. So this is when you actually want to think of the ball shape. If you have your prop, you can have it in front of you. So your C curve, that hollowing out, that's that deep core connection. Shoulders away from ears, inhale back. And then exhale. Tight, tight ball. Just 3 more. Keep hollowing out. The tendency is, well, of course, want to send the abs out, kind of pooch it out. We don't want to do that. Last one. Back up to center. Drop those toes. Great. Sending your legs out. We'll work more on our rotation. So bring your legs together. If you have your prop, it could be here. And obviously, you're not going to be able to draw it as much as together. Alrighty, sit up nice and tall. You can use your hands. Bend your knees as much as you need to. We're trying to take out the roundness here. Let's reach those arms out in a T. Just holding here. So your heels are going down, your toes are going up to the sky. I'm already shaking for doing this. All right, I want you to bring your arms forward. You're going to inhale up, reach, reach, reach. Arms float up and then circle around. We're just doing circles here. Inhale, lift up, and then exhale. If you have no prop, your legs are all the way together. Feel those thighs going up. 3 more. Grow tall, create more space between your ribs and your hips. And last one. All right, now we're gonna do a rotation. So inhale nice and tall, separate your feet now. And exhale, rotate to the right and then dive down for our saw. For 3, 2, 1, restack all the way up. Precision, and then other side. So you're looking behind you. Your back palm is facing up when you rotate. So that scoopiness we felt with that ball for rolling a ball, I want you to feel that when you dive down. One more each side. And last time. And then back to center, and then release your arms behind you and shake it out. All right, remove your prop, bring it to the side. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing with our legs, but now we're gonna be up on our arms that we did earlier with our legs, with our flexes. All right, so fingertips, I like mine behind me. Send those legs out long. Couple flex and point, lift your ribs, but then bring them in. Okay, now we're gonna add another point though. So we're gonna lift up our right leg on a point, flex it, and then down. As you can see, I don't get very far, but that's okay. But I'm keeping my torso still. Twice more. One. Switching sides, point up, and then flex. Point and flex. 3 more. Your legs moving, but everything starts from the belly button. 2. And 1. All right, point both feet. We're gonna bridge up to a reverse plank. So draw everything to that midline. Feel that seam going, everything up from your toes up. So inhale, exhale, squeeze your butt as you lift up into your reverse plank. And then coming down. 3 more times. Inhale. And 2 more. Think broad collarbone. Last time. Let's see if we can hold this one up. 3. Long lines. And 2. And 1. And coming down. Sit up tall. Inhale, raise your arms up. And exhale, folding forward from that flat back, hinge, 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 and then fall forward, rounding back. Sit up nice and tall. Onto your side. Work on our side planks. So important. So now we're feeling that everything drawn to the midline, right? That's our theme today. We're going to incorporate that. It can be done on your elbows, of course. Otherwise, top leg in front of your bottom leg. Flex both feet. Stack your hips. Draw the bottom ribs in and right shoulder back. All right, squeeze those thighs together. Inhale to repair. And then exhale, we're going to lift up. And then coming down. Just to dip it down. And then back up. So here I'm forcing you to keep your shoulder stabilized. So watch that right shoulder that's not rolling forward. 3 more. You're squeezing your butt here. 2 more. And last one. Let's reach our left arm above our head. Maybe lift our hips a little higher. And then coming down. Let's get a mermaid here. So keep those legs over to the side. Sit up tall. Inhale, lift your right arm up. Keep length here as you reach up and over. And back to center. That's 1. Lift up, reaching to the other side of the room. That right shoulder drawing back. Last time. Hugging everything to the midline, still here. Inhale back to center. Beautiful. Swivel those legs around. Got those side planks. Same option. Spread those fingers nice and wide, stacking. Alrighty, so not going here. Roll that left shoulder. Left ribs are forward. When you're ready, you can lift your hand if you want, or just have it on your hips. That's what I did the other side. Inhale and exhale. And then lift up. Remember, just kind of dip it down and then lift up. You can do a bend like this. That's stabilizing. Or you can keep it straight. Twice more. Doing great. Make sure you're working those arm muscles too. Don't rely on those shoulder joints. Last time, let's hold. Let's lift that top arm up. Squeeze everything to the midline. And then coming down. Nice. Up and over. Or our mermaid. Drop this right hip. Inhale left. Reach and then up and over. Center. Twice more. Reach for those fingertips. Right shoulder is relaxed. Last time. Up and over. Hug that belly in, not let go out. And back to center. Nice. Almost done. We're going to do 2 more things. Then I'll let you go. Corkscrew first. All the way into your back, guys. Option 1, hands down. Option 2, 90. Option 3, curled up. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, shoulders width mirrors, no matter where you're at. Legs into tabletop. Extend your legs up. Externally rotate them. I'm gonna curl up, looking in between my thighs. They're trying to zip together. All right, drop them down to the bottom right up corner of your mat and circle around. Keep pressing your heels. Let's reverse it. So you have to stabilize from your heels all the way up. If you're down, if your head is down, or you're up, your shoulders are not moving. One more side. Oh, I miscounted. One more side. Then we're going in and up. Back to center and lower down. Onto your belly. All right, arms above your head, shoulders down the back. Alrighty, if you're able to, I want you to lift up a little bit. This is your starting position. You can externally rotate your legs so you feel your butts turn on a little bit more. I've got a reformer in my way. All right, guys, we're gonna do opposite arm, opposite leg. Last thing here. Inhale, lift that left leg, lift that right arm. And then bring it down. And then other side. So here, belly's in. This is full body work. 2 more each side. Last one. All the way down, bend those elbows, bend your knees. Arms out into a T, keep your shoulders down, and then draw your legs one side, and then the other. You can be looking down with your forehead on the mat. And then back to center, plant your hands, sit back into our shell pose. Sit on those heels, knees together if you can, and then round up. And then feel like you have that ball under here, so you're not flopping that belly down. Breathe into that back body. And walk your fingertips in. Flip it around. I'm going to sit on my heels. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Gentle, but I'm sweating. How about you guys? All right, check your posture here. You sticking your butt out like I am. Draw those ribs in. Let's do 3 deep breaths with our arm circles. So inhale, lift up, reach those fingertips, and then circle around. Only lifting your arms as high as you can stabilize those shoulders. Last time, nice broad collarbone. We're done. Thank you, 30-minute core challenge. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Thank you.